Beware of the sudden stroke syndrome.
New at 5:30, May is Stroke Awareness Month, and one local hospital wants to make sure you know the warning signs to protect yourself and your loved ones. CBS 4's Nicole Lauren has a story of a South Florida woman whose life got turned upside down after a stroke.
Well, Letitia Mejia had no health issues in the past, and one day while she was exercising, suddenly she collapsed. That's when she was rushed to the hospital and was told she suffered a stroke. Today, the 38-year-old is sharing her story and a warning for others.
We're going home.
She's got a long road ahead of her, but
Yeah, they're having strokes all across America. They don't know what it's from, but it's a sudden stroke syndrome. Like a friend of mine, of a friend of theirs, father had a stroke in the shower. They don't know why people having strokes all over America, but people having strokes.
today, 38-year-old Letitia Mejia is being released from the hospital after suffering a stroke. Something she says was one of the scariest moments of her life.
He called 911 for me. He saved my life. He's my hero.
Mejia tearfully described the moment she collapsed on the ground. A woman with no
No more partying for you, boo. But, them strokes.
previous medical issues, now struggling to communicate and move. Thankfully, her son was there to help.
I think seeing my son struggling, trying to help me.
Broward Health North.
She's done. I wonder why they're getting these strokes. I'm trying to figure this out. Who knows? But it's
says everyone needs to know the warning signs of
the sudden stroke syndrome started around late 2020. Yeah, and it's getting worse.
Stroke. One of the biggest indicators includes sudden weakness on one side of the body.
They become paralyzed on one side of the body, and a lot of times it's affected their cognition as well. They're not able to remember.
I want to ask him, where are these strokes coming from?
Their family members, they have problems speaking.
They have to take care of themselves and be aware of the symptoms of a stroke because it's not a joke. It's very serious. You can die for it, and there is so much suffering that comes with it.
And Mejia is right. This can be deadly. Dr. Inocentis explaining there are two types of stroke.
If you're going to have a stroke, make sure you have some cayenne pepper near your bed. And throw that stuff in your mouth. You'll come right up out of that stroke. They're not telling you that. They tell you that something's wrong. You know something wrong with them. Because they're telling you the truth.
Stroke, one more mild than the other.
If it's a big stroke or a hemorrhagic stroke, people could lose their life.
While still grasping her new reality, Mejia is excited to get back to some normalcy. That includes her home and her children.
Give my kids a hug and be in my environment, in my house. I haven't been in my house in 2 weeks.
Man, can you imagine the husband going through now? She can't even cook no more. It's like you.
It's nothing normal about that.
It's always better to call 911 and have it got to the emergency room so it could be.
She's only 38 years old and having strokes. I wonder where all the strokes is coming from. It's not when you hop on the boat and you got a paddle and they talking about stroke. No, you're having strokes of the heart.
It could be treated, getting the new drugs, the new treatment as soon as possible.
Now, Mejia is a great example that strokes can occur at any age, but you're at a greater risk if you're 65 and older. Now, according to the CDC, each year...
Of course, you're old. She's only 38. I ain't gonna go that far. I'll get what you call it, a strike. Look, you can tell she been what you call that, bobbing for apples. Look at her mouth.
Year, over 795,000 people suffer a stroke, and it's the leading cause of serious long-term disability. In the studio, Nicole Lauren, CBS 4 News. speedy
Look at these
healing, and
pants.
hopefully